to the church. And listen to what he says right in the middle of it. He says, but in your hearts, revere Christ as Lord. I mean, make Jesus a boss, completely surrendered to him, following him, committed to him, willing to take risks with him. And he knows when you do that, there will be joy, there will be peace, there will be hope. Whatever situation you have, whatever you find yourself up against, there's hope because God can do all things. And he will never quit on us. And so we have hope and joy. We know that the future is better when we're plugged in with him. And so Peter writing this realized if we're revering Christ as Lord, as the boss, people will notice something's different in their life. And so he says, always be prepared to give an answer to anyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. See, people will see your changed life. They'll see God's power. They'll see God's peace. And they're going to ask, what's up with you? How can you be like this in the midst of those circumstances? After what you've survived, how can you have such a positive attitude? They're going to ask. And he says, tell them the reason. Tell my story. Point to Jesus. But do this with gentleness and respect. See, we're supposed to communicate our story with what God's doing in our life in a loving way, in a warm way, in a respectful way. Not in your face kind of attitude. Not I'm better than you, I'm holier than thou. That's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to speak the truth in love. We're not supposed to have the guy on the street corner attitude. We're just screaming at people. Doesn't work. We're to show people the way to Jesus. I think that's why we see a lot of people connect with Jesus at the Vineyard. Because we don't do it in a screaming, angry way. There's hopefully honest and open communication, that you're being real and gentle and truthful with people. And then in that process, we show the way to Jesus, like, follow us. This is it. Without judgment. Without nastiness. With love. Remember, Jesus wants to see everyone connected with him. Jesus once said, I've come to seek and to save those who are lost. And those who are connected with him, he has us on the same mission to help each person find that place to connect. Elmer Mumford, who is one of the international leaders of the Vineyard, she says this, the church, that's you and I, the church is God's A plan. We're the ones commissioned to do this. So how can we do that? Well, I believe telling our story is key. People love stories. They engage us. They entertain us. They inspire us. That's why we go to movies. That's why we watch TV. That's why we read books. That's why we listen to people and love storytellers. Stories are powerful. Your stories are powerful of what God's doing in your life.